Suddenly, a childhood memory flickered in Amelia's mind. A memory of a kind elderly woman who lived across the street. A woman known for her warm smile and love for baking cookies. Was Mrs. Henderson still around? Had the years eroded the image of a safe haven? There might be someone who can help, Amelia said tentatively, a flicker of hope rekindling in her eyes. But it's a long shot. She explained about Mrs. Henderson, the kind woman who lived across the street. With a spark of determination in her eyes, Lily agreed. It was a desperate gamble. Amelia's heart pounded a frantic rhythm against her ribs as she led Lily across the street, the weight of their audacious plans settling heavily upon them. Each step towards Mrs. Henderson's house felt like a step into the unknown. Years had passed since Amelia last saw the old woman. The house, once a warm beacon of cinnamon and freshly baked cookies, seemed to have aged alongside its owner. The paint was peeling, the porch swing creaked mournfully, and an air of neglect hung heavy in the air. Amelia hesitated, her fear of elevators bubbling just below the surface. The image of Mrs. Henderson's cozy living room, a refuge from the storm years ago, fueled her resolve. Taking a deep breath, she pressed the doorbell. A long moment passed, filled only with the tick-tock of an old grandfather clock that seemed to echo their anxiety. Just as Amelia considered knocking, the door creaked open, revealing a frail figure silhouetted against the dim hallway. Amelia, Mrs. Henderson's voice, raspy with age, held a hint of surprise. "Is that you, dear?" Relief washed over Amelia. Recognition flickered in the woman's eyes despite the wrinkles that carved a map across her face. Stepping forward, Amelia pulled Lily close to her side. "Mrs. Henderson, this is Lily. She needs your help." Mrs. Henderson's gaze shifted from Amelia to the tear-stained face of Lily. A flicker of understanding softened her features. Ushering them inside, she closed the door, shutting out the cool autumn air and the uncertainty lingering outside. The living room, though slightly dusty from disuse, held the same familiar warmth Amelia remembered. The scent of cinnamon, faint but lingering, brought back a flood of forgotten memories. Mrs. Henderson led them to a worn couch, its cushions filled with the promise of comfort and a listening ear. Amelia, hesitant at first, poured out the story. She spoke of the storm, the runaway girl, and the reappearance of Mr. Snuggles, the missing piece of a puzzle leading back to a fractured past. As she spoke, memories surfaced one by one. A warm embrace during a frightening fire, a kind voice singing a lullaby that soothed her fears. Mrs. Henderson listened intently, her eyes filled with a mixture of sadness and recognition. When Amelia finished, a long silence filled the room, broken only by the soft ticking of the clock. "So," Mrs. Henderson finally spoke, her voice trembling slightly, "you believe Lily might be my sister?" Amelia finished, the word tasting strange but strangely fitting on her tongue. Mrs. Henderson nodded slowly. "It's possible," she admitted. "The fire, you were both very young. The records are incomplete." Lily, who had listened with wide eyes, clutched Mr. Snuggles tighter. The revelation hung in the air, heavy with the weight of the past.